Hey everybody, it's Greg Rice. We're here in Cranston, Rhode Island. We're at Olympia Fitness and Performance. How you doing, Steve?
I'm good. How are you?
We're with Steve Zariello, a nice Irish guy. He's the owner and operator of the gym. And I just want to say before we get going with Steve that I am a personal success story here at the gym. I came in about a year ago and I had a terrible back. Okay, I was overweight. I was walking like I was 75 years old, and I was only 31. And I said to Steve and his team, I said, I'm doing terribly. I've been in construction. I haven't been taking care of my body. I haven't been taking care of my mind. Please help me.
So now you're walking like you're 50 years old.
And now I'm walking like I'm 50, so I dropped a little bit. I got ways to go. But the bottom line is I started here doing physical therapy.
Yep.
And Steve's wife runs the physical therapy, Restore. And that's here in the gym. I started with Mary. And after a couple months, Mary said, you know what? You could start training. So I jumped in with the training. I was working with Pat, with Katie, with Mike. And now fast forward a year, I'm doing the nutrition program that you guys have here.
Right.
So this is a one-stop shop, and I can promote it because I lived it. So Steve, tell us how you got started here, how long you've been in the business. Tell the viewers at home about you.
So I've been in this business for about 15 years. Started Olympia Fitness and Performance 12 years ago. We started off with the emphasis of training athletes. Wanted to mostly work with high school athletes, and that's kind of grown to this point where now we focus on working with active individuals. We do a lot of post-rehab training now too. Work with a lot of people coming directly from Restore Physical Therapy, which is, as you said, is in our building. And we've really expanded our programs to take on all walks of life.
Right. So there's nobody that's not a potential person that you can help.
No, we have kids as young as 7 years old working out here, and we have adults as old as 80 that work out here.
Wow.
So everybody gets a personalized program, and we really focus on making sure that we're hitting what that person needs. So everybody comes in, they get some form of screening depending on what's appropriate for them, and then from there we put something together that fits them and will improve the things that they need to improve.
Right. And the thing I love about this facility is, like Steve said, they hit on what you need, and their semi-private training classes are what I've opted for. And there's usually, I come middle of the day where it's a little more quieter. Say there's 4 or 5 people.
Yep.
We're all doing different things. We're all in different parts of our life. But whoever the trainer is for that designated class is going around saying, hey, do this. Hey, pull your leg in here. Hey, try that. Hey, you can push for more here. They know our body types. They know our goals. So yes, there's 3, 4, 5 people, but I feel like it's a private session.
Yeah, everybody gets that personalized program, and we can have that 7-year-old working out at the same time as the 80-year-old, but the emphasis is always on the coaching and making sure that everybody is getting exactly what they need.
Yep.
In terms of making sure that they're doing things correctly and, more importantly, safely.
And how about cost, right? A lot of people say, I can't afford a trainer. It's too expensive. Tell the folks at home about some of your options, like your package. I paid a year in advance.
Yep.
And I thought that was, for me, the best option. But what if somebody doesn't want to commit for 12 months or 6 months? Can they do a month? Can they do one class? Like, how do you guys structure that?
Yeah, we do monthly, 12-week, 6-month, 1-year programs, whatever fits that individual. But the nice thing about it is that because it's semi-private, because it's 1 to 5 coach to client ratio, you end up with a much lower price point than you would for one-on-one personal training.
Right.
And we do offer one-on-one personal training, but to me, there's a lot more value in the 1 to 5 semi-privates where you get that personal program, and then you get a set of eyes on you that's maybe watching a few other people, but you're going to catch 95% of the things that you need to in each individual.
Right. And how about misconceptions in general? There's a lot of fitness and diet nutrition misconceptions. What are some things that people come here with in their heads that you're like, wow, I got to unravel this, I got to unwire this?
Yeah, the biggest thing I think we run into is there are a lot of people who say, oh, I need to get in shape before I go to a trainer. And it's kind of the most backwards thing you've ever heard, right? It's you go to the trainer to get in shape. It's like saying I need to get my car fixed before I bring it to my mechanic. It doesn't work that way. So I think that's probably the biggest thing. And then the nutrition aspect. You've worked with Katie before.
Yep.
She's unbelievable. She takes a really great approach to working with people where she attacks the entire problem. Not just saying, okay, you need to eat, green beans here and chicken here, and then you're going to repeat that every single day.
Right.
She looks at what are the root causes of the problem that you're dealing with, and how are we going to address that and work with you in a way that you're comfortable with. If you're the type of person who says, hey, I need to have my Oreos every night. Fine, you can have one or two Oreos every night. We'll just take something from somewhere else so that we keep you happy and we keep you working towards your goal, but doing it in a way that is sustainable as opposed to, something that is all in 100%, starve yourself and then
eat it right now,
eat
it right now, stop.
Yeah.
So it's practical, as Steve's point, and just to hammer home on the value here. I'm working out with Katie, okay? Then I do my nutrition with Katie. So she sees my performance. She sees my body in action. She sees, all right, you lifted less this week than last week. What's going on? Maybe we need to up how many calories, how much protein you're intaking. So it's very, very integrated. And then she sees what I'm doing with Mary for the physical therapy, and she could say, all right, Mary said your back's doing better. So I'm going to bump this, or I'm going to add this in. It's just so cohesive. That I've never seen. You're not going to get this at any type of gym, especially a big brick and mortar corporate gym where people are just texting and hanging around. What's your rule on cell phones here? I love your rule on cell phones.
There are no cell phones on the training floor.
And there's a nice sign there. I'll show it to you.
Yep, no phones on the floor. We want you to take a break from that stimulation of everything that goes on outside of here. So this should be your place to focus on you, focus on getting better at what you want to get better at. And, it really takes away from your session. Like you said, go to a big box gym and you're going to see everybody sitting there on the bench and they're all going to be on their phones, taking their break in between. Here, we want you to be engaging with the people that are around you. We want you to be talking with your coach. We want you to be putting as much into your workout as you can. And every time you go to your phone, it's going to take away from that, just like it does every other part of your life. So.
And what about people that are intimidated? Oh my God, there's going to be big meatheads walking around with their muscles and yelling and screaming. I'm nervous. What do you say about that?
Yeah, I would say that the most important thing for them to do is just come in and meet with us. Come meet with somebody on our staff, and you'll see how comfortable everybody here will make all of our clients. We really focus on that relationship and making sure that we're giving the clients what they need and giving them all the attention that they need. And there's nothing for them to be intimidated by because we're going to be focusing on giving them something that's appropriate for them.
Right.
That, again, going back to that 80-year-old client who just maybe got out of physical therapy, they're not going to be running sprints or doing a 300-pound bench press. They're going to be doing something that's appropriate for them, and it's going to be tailored to exactly what they need.
Yep, and I love it because there's even encouragement, right? I've seen people that don't know each other, something happens and it'll be a high five, great job.
Yep.
And that's what we need. There's not enough of that in this world. So you're getting that here. There's no television. They definitely have the music on. I love the music choices. It's always a variety, which is great.
It's very eclectic.
Yes, very eclectic. Nobody's on their phone. And most importantly, it's just a healthy environment. To open the doors on a nice day, you'll get the breeze. Some of the classes are running outside. You come in, you come out. There's just so much going on. You could shoot hoops after if there's nobody around. It's just a welcoming environment, and that's a testament to your leadership.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Anything else before we go you want the folks to know?
Yeah, just come in, check us out, give us a call, and set up a tour. We'd be happy to meet with you and tell you about what we can do for you.
Cool. And if you have any questions for me, I don't know why you would, but put them in the comments field below, and I'll get right back to you. Once again, Greg Rice here in Cranston at Olympia Fitness and Performance.